China. Welcome to China. Imagine entering one of the most bustling and exciting countries in the world, a place where thousands of years of history are combined with a spectacular and amazing modernity. China, the land of the Great Wall, giant dragons, and famous street food. Where do we start? Let's discover together why life in China can be one of the most interesting and different experiences. But before anything else, are you ready to see things you may never have imagined? So come with me, because we are about to see a new world. Have you ever been to a nightclub in China? Shanghai, one of the most famous nightclub brands in the world, with a branch in Shanghai. This club is especially known for its international parties and special events. M2, Beijing. This nightclub in Beijing is one of the most famous, bringing vibrant nights with attractive lighting and electronic music. The Mansion, Shenzhen, a popular club in Shenzhen that offers different experiences, including special shows and themed parties. In Shanghai, there are famous bars such as the Long Bar located in luxury hotels. In Beijing, the local and Great Leap Brewing are known as popular options for those looking for a special experience with craft drinks. Are you planning to move to China? Do you know the cost of living in China? Let me tell you some of these costs. Of course, the cost of living in China can vary depending on the city you live in, your lifestyle, and your immigration plans. Housing costs in big cities, Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou. Rent in these cities is higher than in other cities. For example, in Beijing or Shanghai, renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city center can cost between 4,000 and 8,000 yuan per month. If you want to live in the suburbs, the costs may be slightly lower, around 2,500 to 4,000 yuan for a one-bedroom apartment in the suburbs. In smaller cities, the cost of housing is much lower. Renting a one-bedroom apartment can cost between 1,000 and 3,000 yuan per month. China has a very advanced public transportation system, and transportation is cheap compared to other countries. For example, a single subway ticket in Beijing usually costs around 3 to 6 yuan. Taxis are relatively cheap in China. The starting fare for a taxi is usually around 13 yuan, and the surcharge per kilometer will be around 2 yuan. Online services like Didi are also similar. Many cities in China have bicycle and electric scooter rental services, which cost very cheaply, around 2 to 5 yuan per half hour of use. The cost of buying groceries in China is relatively cheap. For example, the cost of buying groceries for 1 month for one person can be around 1,000 to 1,500 yuan. Prices of some basic foods in China: rice, 1 kilogram around 5 to 10 yuan. Chicken, 1 kilogram around 20 to 30 yuan. Eggs, 1 dozen around 10 to 15 yuan. Vegetables and fruits, around 5 to 15 yuan per kilogram. Food in local restaurants is usually cheap. A typical meal in a cheap restaurant might cost between 20 and 40 yuan. Typical utility bills: water, electricity, gas, for a one-bedroom apartment can be around 300 to 500 yuan per month. Home internet, ADSL or fiber optic, usually costs between 100 and 200 yuan per month. Mobile phone costs are usually cheap. For a typical internet package, 5 gigabytes, you can expect to pay around 30 to 60 yuan per month. Government health insurance in China is usually for Chinese residents, but expats can use private insurance. The cost of private insurance usually starts at 200 yuan per month and varies depending on the coverage and services. Medical expenses and doctor visits in China are usually cheaper than in Western countries. For example, a visit to a general practitioner at a government clinic usually costs around 50 to 150 yuan. The average cost of a gym membership in China is between 150 and 400 yuan per month. A movie ticket is usually around 40 to 80 yuan. A meal at a modern and stylish cafe or restaurant can cost around 60 to 150 yuan. If you are planning to immigrate to China, don't make these mistakes. 1. Not knowing enough Chinese. Many immigrants initially think that they will have no problem with English in China, but this is a big mistake. Although in big cities like Beijing or Shanghai, a few people may speak English, in most parts of China, Chinese is the main language of communication. 2. Not being familiar with cultural and social differences. In China, cultural customs are very important and immigrants may not be aware of cultural differences. For example, in China, it is very important to respect elders and avoid mentioning personal matters. 3. There are strict internet laws in China, and some sites and applications such as Google, Facebook, and Twitter are blocked. Have you ever tried Chinese food? Which one was strange to you? Comment. 1. Jiaozi. Jiaozi is a type of Chinese dumpling or dumpling stuffed with minced meat, usually pork or beef, vegetables, or even shrimp. It is sold both steamed and fried on the streets. 2. Churros. This dish consists of pieces of mutton skewered and cooked over charcoal or heat. This dish is very popular on the streets. 3. Kung Fu tea. In these types of tea houses, tea is professionally brewed and different flavors such as green tea, black tea, and herbal teas are offered. 4. Chinese noodles, Lancao ramen. Lancao ramen is made from handmade noodles and beef, and is served with Chinese-style vegetables and spices. These noodles are usually served in a light and delicious soup. 5. Mapo tofu. This dish is one of the famous and spicy Chinese dishes, made from tofu, soybean curd, and minced meat, and flavored with spicy sauces and various spices. China is a country with a rich history and culture that has a variety of colorful celebrations. These celebrations are not only popular domestically, but are also internationally recognized. 1. Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year, also known as the Chinese Spring Festival or Spring Festival, is usually celebrated in January or February, depending on the lunar calendar. This celebration is one of the most important and colorful Chinese festivals, usually lasting up to 15 days. During this celebration, Chinese people clean their homes, put up red decorations, which symbolize happiness, and hold special ceremonies. During this celebration, people eat special foods such as jiaozi, Chinese dumplings, and sweet breads. Dragon dances and lion dances are other spectacular programs of this celebration. 2. Lantern Festival. Date. This festival is held on the 15th day of the Chinese New Year, after the end of the Chinese New Year holiday. During this festival, Chinese people make and display colorful and beautiful lanterns. These lanterns are often decorated with traditional Chinese images and symbols. 3. Double Seventh Festival or Chinese Love Festival. Date. This festival is held on the 7th day of the 7th month of the Chinese lunar calendar. This festival is more commonly known as the Day of Love and is similar to Valentine's Day in the West. This festival is related to a Chinese legend in which a maiden and a nobleman meet and symbolically reunite on this day. Have you ever traveled to China? Do you know the facts about China? Let me tell you all. China is one of the largest and most populous countries in the world, which is considered one of the most attractive destinations for tourists and immigrants due to its long history, rich culture, and geographical diversity. With an area of more than 9.5 million square kilometers, China is the third largest country in the world after Russia and Canada. China is the most populous country in the world, with about 1.4 billion people, which constitutes more than 18% of the world's population. Due to its huge population, the country faces several challenges, including pressure on natural resources and infrastructure. The official language of China is Standard Chinese, Mandarin, which is spoken by more than 70% of the Chinese people. Yangtze River. It is the longest river in China and Asia, flowing from west to east in China. Gobi Desert, one of the largest deserts in the world, located in northern China and Mongolia. China is the world's second largest economy after the United States. Since the 1980s, the country has undergone a major transformation in its manufacturing and industrial sectors through economic reforms and opening up to global markets. China is known as a global manufacturing hub. The country is advanced in various industries such as electronics, automobiles, steel, textiles, and new technologies. As one of the world's largest economies, China offers many job opportunities for expatriates. 1. English teaching. One of the most popular jobs for expatriates in China is teaching English. Schools, universities, educational institutions, and even online education in China need English teachers. -2. Technology and software. China is one of the most advanced countries in the world in terms of technology, and there are many job opportunities for experts in programming, software development, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. 3. Engineering and manufacturing. China is known as the world's manufacturing center and needs experienced engineers in various engineering fields such as electrical, mechanical, civil, and chemical engineering. 4. Management and consulting. Many international companies in China are looking for experienced managers and consultants to expand their activities in the country. There are also many job opportunities in the fields of digital marketing, data analysis, and business strategies. 5. Digital marketing. Given the dramatic advances in the internet and technology in China, digital marketing, SEO, and online advertising professionals have many job opportunities in the country. Beijing. Beijing, the capital of China and one of the oldest and most important cities in China, has a history of over 3,000 years. The city's most important historical attractions include the Forbidden City, the Temple of Heaven, Tiananmen Square, and the Great Wall of China. Beijing is one of the largest economic centers in China and operates in many different industries. The city is home to many large domestic and international companies. The information technology industry, media, banking, heavy industry, and services are among the sectors that play an important role in Beijing's economy. Areas such as the zona are home to many innovative technology companies. Tourism is an important part of Beijing's economy, and millions of tourists from all over the world come to visit the city's historical and cultural attractions every year. Beijing Capital International Airport. This airport is the largest airport in China and one of the busiest in the world, with extensive air connections to various parts of the world. Peking Opera is one of the famous performing arts in China, which is particularly popular in Beijing. One of the most famous dishes is Peking duck, which is served as a traditional and luxurious dish in the city. This dish is usually served with thin dough and a special sauce and is world famous. Guangzhou. Guangzhou, formerly known as Canton, was one of the most important ports and trading points in Chinese history due to its location near the South China Sea and is still of great importance in international trade today. Guangzhou is located in a region with a hot and humid climate. Rainfall in Guangzhou is relatively high, especially in the summer in the form of torrential rains and monsoon storms. Canton Tower, one of the tallest television and entertainment towers in China, offering visitors a beautiful view of Guangzhou and the Pearl River. Sewer Temple, one of the old and important temples in Guangzhou, representing Chinese religious culture. Yueshou Park. This park is one of the largest urban parks in Guangzhou, with lakes, gardens, and various historical monuments. Shanghai Island, an area with old buildings where you can easily walk and enjoy traditional Chinese architecture. There are a variety of foods in this city, including dim sum and seafood. Guangzhou street markets also offer a variety of delicious and diverse foods. Shanghai, located on the east coast of China and along the Yangtze River, Shanghai has played a very important role in China's history, economy, and culture. Shanghai Tower. This tower is 632 meters high and is one of the tallest buildings in the world, offering a unique view of the city. The Bund. This historic area is located on the banks of the Hongpu River and is known as the symbol of Shanghai. In this area, you can see old and modern architecture at the same time. Nanjing Road, one of the most famous shopping streets in Shanghai, with many luxury stores and shopping malls. Jing'an Temple, an old temple that is known as one of the important cultural attractions of Shanghai. Yuyuan Garden, a historic garden with traditional Chinese architecture that is a good place to relax and enjoy nature. Shanghai has world-renowned luxury and modern clubs and bars. Areas such as Pudong and the Bund have famous nightclubs and restaurants. The Shanghai Metro is one of the largest and fastest metro systems in the world, connecting different parts of the city. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and watch more videos to learn more about the world of China and other countries. Traveling to China is exciting enough, but by watching these videos, you can have the best possible experience.